Give me the news. I've got a bad case of loving you. No pill's gonna cure my head. I've got a bad case of loving you.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Special Med. As always, I'm your host, Dr. Froutan, and today's video is going to be all about this guy. So I've decided to make a brief video explaining to you viewers exactly what my background is and what my credentials are. I've found some people will always tend to question what a doctor's background is simply because they want to be trolls or they just don't want you to understand the conditions and issues you're going through. So because of that, I'm making this video for you. So easily started. I started med school in 2005 and attended St. George's University School of Medicine in Grenada. Yes, that's a Caribbean med school, but guess what? It's the Harvard of the Caribbean. Nonetheless, I graduated in 2009 and went on to do an internal medicine residency training program in Macon, Georgia at Mercer University. 3 years later, I finished that program and became board certified in internal medicine. That board certification means that I can practice both in clinics as well as in hospitals. I personally choose to work only in a hospital setting because I just find it more exciting. With that, a doctor who works in a hospital setting only is referred to as a hospitalist. I personally only work at night in a hospital setting, so I am further noted as being a nocturnist. What I do in the hospital, simply put, is that when you're going to the emergency room and the doctors there in the ER figure that you're too sick to go home, they end up calling me to end up taking care of you and admitting you to the hospital. With that, I also take care of all of the patients in the hospital that belong to my group of doctors. So in any given night, there are over 100 patients in this group, and I have to take care of any issues that come up through the night. If something goes wrong with their care, they suddenly crash and have really severe issues, it's my job to stabilize them and keep them alive until the daytime when their daytime doctors can come in and finish stabilizing and taking care of them, hopefully to get them out of the hospital as quickly as possible. So that's who I am and what I do. In terms of what you see, this is what you get. I actually dress pretty much like this in the hospital as well. I don't have the fun t-shirt per se, but my white coat is almost the same. Instead of the large patches, I actually have lapels, lapel pins that I wear to let patients know what languages I speak. Here in Los Angeles, there's a very large Persian community, and many of them are too embarrassed to ask for translators. So I feel that having those pins on my lapel lets them know my background and lets them understand that if they need to, they can speak Farsi with me, and I can communicate with them. So on top of that, these are only here for show. I don't have these patches on when I'm at work, but these are the states that I have been licensed in. So I've been licensed in Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, and California, and currently only practice in Southern California. The pens, I have the same ones in my white coat at work, and the fedora that I wear, I also wear in the hospital, particularly because during the coronavirus pandemic, I can't control how long my hair is and can't get my hands on a barber to properly cut it. So these gorgeous locks have to be hidden under a hat. So I do have a matching fedora for every set of scrubs I own in all the different colors, just to make it a little bit more professional. But that's about it. I talk like this to my patients. I am as real as I can be, so the way I interact with y'all through this YouTube channel is pretty much how I interact with my patients in the hospital. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you learned a little bit about me and can understand that I know what I'm talking about, and I'm actually really good at what I do. So with that, hopefully you learned a little bit more, and we can move forward a little healthier and continue having fun going through our videos.